Hey guys, welcome back to Senua's Sacrifice. So this is going to be the the I'm sorry video. Basically, I'm going to go through this area again and get all the lore stones for you. I'm hoping.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him, so King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
So it looks like as long as we get them in order, they should still read out. So effectively, as I said in the last video, this area just got completely chopped up for some reason. So obviously you can't go backwards per se. You'll get to see most of the area, but you won't be able to see the little bit of story at the end. But we're going to read all the lore stones anyway, so...
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy, and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
Okay. So yeah, this video you're going to see most of the area at least, and you'll get to hear the lore stones. I believe there's 6 of them. That was number 2. So I have already been through this area once. So like I said, a lot of the key story bits are going to be missing, sadly, and I do apologise. One thing I did say in the last video, which you won't know because obviously you didn't record. I have upped the volume on all of the speech because I realised that it was very quiet, so it might be worth letting me know if the volume is better for you. This is number 3.
And here is the end of Sigmund's story. He was a fierce and great warrior who fought many battles. But one day, an old man came onto the battlefield. Although shadowed by a hood, Sigmund saw that he only had one eye. The man raised his spear, and Sigmund struck at it with his sword, but the sword shattered into pieces. Sigmund then knew that this was Odin, and thus that victory could not be his. He bowed his head and accepted his end. Dying, he tells his wife that she is with child, and that her son will one day make a great weapon out of the fragments of his sword. The sword named Gram.
So if you were listening at the in the public service announcement, so to speak, you'll know that Gram is the sword that's actually stuck in that tree. That's the one that we are going to release. So this area, obviously not a great deal happens, obviously because we haven't got a weapon, so we can't defend ourselves at all. So it's mostly story related. I'm so upset that you missed a little bit of story, so I am sorry. But things are in place now to stop that happening, hopefully. There's another lore stone here. This is 4 of 6.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
Okay, and the last two are going to be around the tree, so after this episode, guys, we're going to go dive straight into one of the trials, and depending on how long they take, it's been a while since I played this game, so it's I'm unsure how long each one takes. There is one that I know takes a little while because it's labyrinthian, but we'll take it step by step. So that was the tree we went into. So I'm going to try and get the lore stones without activating any of the shards. So there's one of them there. So let's get this stone. Oh.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with a sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. But luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
Right, so there's one more to get. And it's just over there.
As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hall. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger. I am not fit to live, she says, and walks back into the fire. Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
Okay, so now you know the story that you've missed, or most of it at least. Again, guys, I am sorry, but again, in the fun house, that is what we do. Things happen, fortunately. We can only do our best to make sure they don't happen again. So, and this is where we started, or this is where we ended. Sorry. So, what we'll do is I'm going to end the episode here, and then we're going to dive into one or maybe even two of these trials, depending on how long they take. I remember some of them are quite quick; the others take a little while. So. I will see you in the next episode, guys. Again, I do apologise, but we're going to keep going and not let this set us back too much. Thanks very much. See you in the next episode. Bye for now.